Well, although the days are shorter and the temperature is dropping, there are things you can do to help your lawn for next year. Who would have thought? I have with me Sandy Maxwell, who's the greenhouse manager with Bluegrass Nursery, and we have Pat Hendry, who is the garden center assistant manager with Bluegrass Nursery. Hi, ladies.
Good morning.
Welcome to Friday. It's an exciting day.
Thank you for having us.
And going into the long weekend, does it get a little bit crazier at your place?
Well, another event happening around the city this weekend at Bluegrass is our annual Pumpkin Fest fundraiser for the Alberta Children's Hospital. So we've been prepping all week, and we have thousands of pumpkins, and our big one is 1,200 pounds.
Love it.
And we are dropping it on a car at 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon.
That is tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow from 11 till 3 is our Pumpkin Fest. Admission is a donation to the Alberta Children's Hospital.
Love it. Yeah, my family's been out there for a few years and absolutely love it. You have this massive crane that has this, it's 1,200-pound pumpkin?
It's 1,200 pounds this year, yes.
Now make sure you drop it on a car that you're supposed to drop it on. That's the important thing. My wife always gets a little concerned that make sure we're parked far enough that they don't just sort of mistake it or the wind pulls it over.
Yeah, we usually have a very safe car. We've removed all the fluids and all the glass because the pumpkin literally destroys the car. So.
And it's a great sight to behold.
It is. So.
Why are you called Bluegrass Nursery?
I think it's reflective of the sod that we carry, which is a mix of bluegrass and Kentucky red.
Red fescues
and
Kentucky bluegrass are the main components of our sod that we've been growing since 1950s.
Beautiful.
We have our own sod farms up in the Red Deer area. So.
And if you haven't been to Bluegrass Nursery, it's just right around the Balzac area, of course.
Yes.
One of the things that a lot of folks are saying to themselves, okay, we had a dump of snow in September and we all went, here it comes. But since then, my goodness, our weather has been crazy.
It's been beautiful.
So what do we do, or are there things that we should be doing with our lawn prior to the big dump?
Yes.
Sandy.
Keep mowing it. It's still growing. It hasn't gone dormant yet. So if you're noticing that your lawn needs a trim, keep mowing as you would through the summer months. You don't want your grass to get too long. Generally, when you mow your lawn, you want to only take about 1/3 of the length off. Any more than that, and it starts to stress the root system of the lawn. So keep mowing, keep watering your lawn. The general rule of thumb around Calgary is 1 inch of water per week, and it has been very dry since the snow.
Yes.
So, it's something to consider is keep mowing and keep watering as long as it's growing.
Pat, when I look at patches of our grass, there are some that are just, well, that needs sod. And I think to myself, is it too late to put the sod on those barren patches?
Actually, no. As long as you get it very well watered in, it's going to want to go dormant anyway because of the cooling of the temperatures. No fertilizer. It doesn't need any of that right now.
Oh, seriously? Just lay it right down?
Just lay it. It's more important to get some water on it. Fertilizer, you're going to start, you're going to spur some new growth, which you don't want. You've just given it a cup of coffee, and it's wanting to go to bed. So, but if it's watered really well, then it should take.
What about trees? Now, we have a couple of trees on our property, and what we've done in the past is we've actually sort of cleared out the area and then put mulch. Are we on the right track here?
That's excellent.
And why would I want to do that?
It'll protect from, it'll keep the soil, in the summer it'll keep moisture in and weeds down. But in the winter, more importantly, it'll keep that soil frozen around the roots of the tree. So you want to keep the dormancy, especially with the Chinooks that blow through, everything wakes up, and you don't want them to wake up in the middle of January and then we're plunged back into -30. So you want to keep it as cold as possible around that root ball.
And if there's anything that we know about Calgary or this vicinity or this area, is that we have temperatures like this right through the winter, and it just makes our trees crazy and confused. Any other advice that you can give to our viewer?
With young trees in particular, very important, to water them in well. The other thing that's been a problem, for example, last winter where we had that heavy early snowfall, there were a lot of little pests and rodents running around. Voles were a big problem with people's lawns. So if you have small, newly planted, small caliper trunks, it's wise to actually wrap those.
Okay.
It keeps the little rodents from chewing their way around the whole base of the tree.
Right.
Which compromises it and will generally kill a small tree. If they nibble a bit at a mature tree, it's usually able to heal itself up. So if you do have newly planted small caliper trees, it doesn't hurt to wrap them against the rodents and deer and anything else that's hungry out there through the winter.
Ladies, we've got to wrap it up, but I know that this weekend, tomorrow, is the big event over at Bluegrass Nursery as well, too. The big, giant pumpkin will be dropped at 3 o'clock, 1,200 pounds on a car. Hopefully, it's not the one that I drive in.
Hopefully not.
Fantastic. Ladies, thank you very much.
Thank you, Phoenix.
And if you have any other questions for these ladies, by all means do so. Sandy and Pat are with Bluegrass Nursery just right around the Balzac area. Well, coming up, the lady who's branded YYC. This is Trending on Shaw. Here's what's happening in and around our city.